I'm what's called a logistic constructor. I worked as an architect for about 7 years. I had had enough of sitting behind a desk for 12 hours every day in the computer, not getting much job satisfaction. My recent project was a very large hospital in Haiti, which took us almost 1.5 years to construct. 2.5 years ago, huge earthquake. There was initial emergency response to go in to help, and of course there was a lot of trauma patients. They started to build the hospital just after the earthquake due to the huge trauma needs of the country. We were in Port-au-Prince, that's where our hospital was. We had a house that was located close to the hospital, so most of the time is just travelling between the house and the hospital. I found myself supervising 70 construction workers, 70 Haitian men. So I had to try and come in and supervise them all on a daily basis, which was challenging, fun, frustrating, exciting, everything, sometimes confronting, but very rewarding. There were a lot of people every day out the front of the gate that wanted these jobs. So I had to make sure that if we were paying them, they were coming to work, because otherwise we had hundreds and hundreds of men at the door every day wanting work. I remember when I first took over, I couldn't even pronounce half of their names, so that provided them with a lot of entertainment. We were building huge septic tanks and grease traps, so I would have guys digging while someone was preparing the concrete. There were people preparing the steel. So if I disappeared in the office for an hour to design something, I'd come back and sometimes nothing would be done. So I'm just there constantly monitoring them. There was big, strange dynamics amongst them as well. They would often fight amongst themselves. I'd have to be pulling them apart. I was the first female boss they had had. So to start off with, that was a bit different for them. But as soon as they realised that I had a little bit of knowledge and understood what needed to be done, they respected me and we had a good time. The challenge was motivation of the staff on a day-to-day basis. I found it exhausting. They knew that if they worked harder or faster or better, they would be out of a job sooner. So it was constantly a daily battle to motivate them, to keep things moving forward. You know, there were guys, I worked with them in the end for almost 1 year. You know, sometimes having those constant daily challenges, you grow even closer with the people. They would often tell me all of their personal stories and I got to know them all very well. The best part was to be able to finally open that hospital. You know, we built this nice internal courtyard, a garden, a space, and to finally see the patients there in the rehab area on a day-to-day basis, and they'd just be sitting down. That's, to me, that's the best part. And because it was a trauma hospital, they're there for quite a long time. So you get to know some of the patients. It was nice to finally be able to say the hospital was open and see the patients coming through.